Hey guys, so we're just gonna discuss a video talking about this SV and Sword Shield DLC and stuff like that. This will be a more common video and stuff like that. Just comparing the DLCs and stuff like that, since these are like the first two games with DLCs and stuff like that. I know Legend of ZA and stuff coming out with DLC as well. But then mostly just discussing the main games, the main generation games. I hope I phrased that right. You know that the introduction gen. I got a video coming out, or it came out that about what a Pokemon generation is, and stuff. So you want to check it out? Go ahead. And you don't know, and so what how referring to Pokemon generations and stuff. But so we got the outer armor, with Kung we got the G-Mat Venusaur. I remember the hype too for the DLC. When we first got the DLC, we saw G-Mat Venusaur and sub Blastoise. It was just so cool. Kung was amazing. Then we got Urshifu, Irving and Clara. Pokemon character design is always hidden, but especially in recent generations and stuff, especially in the recent games or Seth Kiss and stuff like that. But man, we had Avery, Kara, and stuff. I think Monster is his name and stuff like that as well. I know he had a sister. I forgot the sister's name though, and things like that. And then you get to choose the title of water or the title of darkness or something like that. And so that was cool, and things like that. And I when I gave my boy Galorian Slowpoke, and that way I've become a really big Slowpoke fan. I know Gen 1 pattern, but I don't know. I love Slowpoke and so clean and stuff like that. Such as not fun, really love the Johto region and stuff like that. It was just really good and things like that. I don't think I'm missing any other forms and stuff on top of my head at least. I know we got the Cameron, the Cameron, the Cameron. I'm pretty sure I said that right the first time. And so when we get the different items and stuff like that, that was cool. We got the G-Man suit. Obviously, there when we get the G-Man stars as well, things like that and stuff. It was just a very cool time and things like that. Compared to, I do love Agripon. I do like Agripon and stuff in the Terraform, but it was spread out to more mines and stuff like that and things like that. The story was alright. The character at Renton in the story though, it's just like in. Then again, you can say the same thing about Avery and Clara, but I don't know. I'm enjoying it a bit more. I just enjoyed it a bit more from Kieran and his sister Carmine. And like that, Blair was alright and stuff. Had a character, like carry on and stuff like that. I don't know, maybe just the region design and stuff, Kirikami and stuff, versus the armor and stuff. And so that I don't like, but Kirikami is better than Pallium, the design of Pallium and stuff like that. I will give it that. Oh yeah, we got Diplant and stuff in there too. I think Sinisha, it was in the first part as well and stuff. And I do enjoy them a bit too, as a fan of grass types and stuff like that. Kind of overdoing the ghost grass and ghost combo, but I'm alright. Since grass type my favorite type, I only like new grass types. Then we got the second part, not the Kyle Tuckers. Did not necessarily appear to the Indigo Gifts and stuff. But let's just start with the current Charizard, man. We got the Fossilmon coming back, the Reggie's present, the Galorian birds in this and stuff. Like, and then I said, that horses, the cattle form, come on. And then you get to pick and stuff. If you want to, I think you can. They're ready to get both and stuff like that as well, and things like that. And I know I'm glazing a bit of Gen 1 with the Galorian birds and stuff like that, but man, I love them and stuff. The Galorian Zapdos and stuff. And then they got the shinies and original forms. And, well, technically, I think that Pokédex tank is said they're taking the original form or something like that. At least allude to it and stuff. But they got the color of the Cantonian version of them, and it's really cool. And so I know that I think I got one of them. I still, and I transferred it to SV. I think it's been a while since I opened my SV. It's been a bit, okay. But I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure I do got at least one of them. So that's shiny. And man, it was just a different time, especially with the crest and stuff in the Raidens, the when we get the Ultra these the legendaries and stuff, and not much of the shiny hunter, but I've been coming one a bit and stuff. It was not just speaking about ZA case. Um, it wasn't as easy as stuff. It making it a bit more fun and stuff. And things like that. I know people had to probably have a video on it. Somebody do. I know because that has how Legacy 8 not as fun as to Shiny Hunt is and stuff like that. Someone definitely mentioned it in a video of these that I watched recently and things like that. But yeah, that a bit off topic though, just a bit. And with the end of the gifts, yeah, we got the Raisin Ball, we returned, we got the Blueberry Academy and stuff. I did enjoy that over, the main region of Paldea, just, that design of that area and stuff like that more. It do take place in Unova, funny enough, and stuff, and King Kami kind of mentioned to be near Johto or something like that. We are two regions that, well, I'm from Unova, and I retired in Johto, so yeah. That's a short of it. My stick about that, what about I do. But, and things like that, but, then I forgot some of the characters, but I'm just gonna refer them to kind of the type, the steel type guard who taught Miraidon or Koraidon to fly. There's Drayden, Crispy, and so some relative of it. And I know Clayton got a daughter, and so relative to. I just forgot her name specifically for some reason. And she was probably my favorite of the four. And things like that. It was pretty cool. I would run a decent team as well and stuff like that. I would try something different. I had like Giraffe, I think Aquario. I forgot the rest of the team members. I think I kept the Cook Rival and stuff like that. So it definitely was an interesting, especially with like double battle, and we had like Aquario got the dancer ability. I know I would run something like that. That's real. Just forgot the rest of my team and stuff like that for my first round to the rest stuff like that. But I thought that I don't know. I think I enjoy the quests, dungeons and stuff over going through the main thing of the Blueberry Academy and stuff. Again, you got the Paradox of my own and stuff as well. I'm not really playing the Gen 9 design and stuff. I think I feel weird about the Raisin Ball the most and stuff. The Iron variant of the Sword Dress, it was okay. It was it was like whatever kind of designs and stuff basically because they just pretty much about it and stuff. It must stand for the stats and the stats for the stand and stuff like that. So not much gripe with those versions and stuff. It mostly came with the Scarlet ones and stuff. Just being more dinos. I don't know. It was just I don't enjoy that much of the designs in Gen 8 DLCs and stuff like that. It best. And I enjoy the activities in the Gen 8 a bit more, the Alpha game and stuff like that. I don't know, it was a bit more fun to play through over going back to the Area Zero and stuff, seeing it expand and stuff. It was just like, I just don't like the Palia design, I don't know. And then add much and stuff, with the Christmas tree. I mean, it did make it easy to get to the charge and stuff, but the Blueberry camera did that in general and stuff like that. It was just not really, personally something I like playing it through over the Sword Shield DLC. But yeah, that does it for this video. Peace.